foggy. So yeah, it's beautiful down there. Very exciting. Okay, let me pull it out. Sounds good.
How long have you owned the car for?
Since I bought it in '96.
96, so
I'm the second owner.
20 years, yeah.
Yeah. Almost 30.
Almost 30 years.
Yeah, right? Because
that's a long time to own a car.
2006, 16, 26 would be 30 years.
Yeah.
I know, right? How's the paint?
Well, the car was original.
Oh, I believe everything is original, by the way.
Where did you buy the car from?
A dealer in Denver, and it was like mint. The guy returned it.
Really?
It had. You want me to turn it off? 40,000 miles or something like that.
You bought it with about 40 on it?
10 years, and it was 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was my daily driver for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. When I moved to the Bay Area, this is like, I was going to Apple. I work at Apple.
Oh, nice.
So I've had this for my whole career there. I've been at Apple since 2007.
Oh, that long.
And then before Apple, 98 to 2007, I would intermittently drive this and other cars.
Nice.
Places.
That's awesome. Okay, we're here next to this gorgeous 1986 Porsche 911. And this was the owner since the 90s, right?
Yeah.
What year did you buy it?
I bought it in 1996, and I was the second owner. So it was from a place in Denver, Colorado.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I must say, it's one of the nicest ones I've seen. And we've seen a lot of Porsches, but for it to have all of its original paint and then have that gorgeous red interior, I mean, it's really,
thank you.
It's really gorgeous, and you kept very good care of it.
Thanks.
Yeah. What was your favorite memory in it?
I just loved the feeling of driving it, to be honest, all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I when I first moved to California, I drove it out here, and I was driving, near where you live, Pebble Beach, in that area. It's beautiful, and just the way I just feel and felt driving it. It was just amazing. I mean, it was a good experience coming out to California in it, and it represented for me being able to afford it. It was kind of an achievement in my younger years.
Yeah,
so
is that right when you started working with Apple, or?
No, that was I started an internet company in Colorado, and then when I sold it, this was like the car that I always wanted.
Wow.
And I looked for it, and then the dealer was like, "Oh, we found this car. We have this."
Nice.
So I was so happy.
What was it worth back then?
So I paid $20,000 in 1996.
Wow.
Yeah.
Decent investment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It paid off.
That's
But
good.
The enjoyment, yeah. So yeah, whoever has it, I'm sure they're gonna have it. It's gonna be great.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the deal.
Okay, as you guys watched from the owner, he talked about the car and how long he's owned it for. I think he bought it in 1992. This is our 86 Porsche 911 Coupe. One of the nicest ones we have at the shop. All original paint. From the bumpers to each fender. We have the paint meter readings that we'll be sharing towards the end of the video. You rarely see Porsches this nice and this original. Again, all original paint according to our paint meter, and according to our knowledge. And the car is in excellent condition. I mean, I can't really point out a significant dent, ding, scratch. It's remarkable for a car this age, always in the garage. Never sat a day outside. 2 owners, clean Carfax. Same mechanic serviced the car in the Bay Area for the last 30 years. I have the guy's number. Whoever buys the car gets the guy's number, gets to talk to him regularly if they want. I'm not going to be just handing his number out to everybody. I don't want to bother him too much. Okay, so here is, of course, the front of the car. And you would anticipate that they hit a few bugs and whatnot and got a bunch of little scratches on this car. Really, whatever imperfections it may have, they're so minor. You'd have to come see it. The paint is nice, shiny, still has a nice gloss to it. And keep in mind, this paint is original, so it is over 30 years old. I don't think there is one imperfection on either 4 of those wheels. They quite literally look brand new. And then when you look at the body, I don't see a ding, dent, or any notable thing to really point out. It's remarkable for its age. And that sunroof does go up and down perfectly, and there's no issues whatsoever over there. Okay, so much like the passenger side, the driver's side is very nice as well. I can't really point out any notable imperfections. Again, these wheels look like they've either just been finished, they look brand new, and so do the tires. They're like new as well. The body's very straight. There's no notable scratches, dings, dents. And we'll show you guys the paint meter to show that this is what we know of as the original paint. Okay guys, let's go through this gorgeous interior. So as you guys know, everything on this car that I know of is original. I'd say maybe except for the radio. Besides that, this car is stunning. I mean, he's never done anything to this gorgeous burgundy interior. Gorgeous dash, no cracks. Gauges are deep. This car's been in the garage all of its life. The steering wheel has some wear to it, but you guys can always get that refinished or buy a new steering wheel. The seats are perfect. The headliner's perfect. The door panels, I would say, are also perfect. Your door jambs are perfect. There's no paint lines or anything. This car has never been painted. All the cadmium still looks very gold. Your tags are all in order. All these units here, open, close, they do what they need to do. There's no sign of a lot of wear or anything. And that is quite amazing. These are the original carpets. So they have all the original carpets, including the ones in the back. Underneath, it's in very good shape. And that is the original tags on the carpets there. Headliner's in very good shape. All the seat components work as they should. Let's show you guys the back now. So the back of the seats look just as good as the front, if not better. Carpeting is in very good shape. You see the Porsche carpeting right there. And these seats are perfect. So the trunk looks excellent. The carpeting looks great. The seals look great. The deck lid looks great. Here's your option sticker. If you guys want to decipher that. Gold cadmium bolts look good. And of course, no lines for like paintwork or whatnot, because all the paint, to our knowledge, is all original. Your toolkit is complete. It's in this nice Porsche bag. It's in there. And let's take everything out of here and show you guys underneath this. Okay, under here looks phenomenal. All the cadmium is very gold still, which, like I said, is an indication of it being in the garage, because once it captures moisture, the cadmium becomes more of a metal look and not really a gold look. So all these little bolts and whatnot, no accidents, no issues whatsoever in this trunk area. No rust, not even surface rust. Your spare tire is right here, and it is date coded correctly to this car. So that's the original spare tire. Your jack, and again, we showed you guys the tools already. It's got a full toolkit. Okay, time to fire it up. And this car will fire up this easy, whether it's cold or hot. It doesn't smoke at all. Motor sounds great. Just spent $5,000 or $6,000 on this AC pump, getting it all converted professionally, of course. Everything looks very nice and presentable here. Time to go on this test drive. So the car rides really smooth. See, I'm going 80 again. I did that on the way here. It's so easy to speed in it. You really don't feel like you're driving fast. And the motor has a lot of power. Shifts through the gears well. I think everything, to my knowledge, works. He just spent like $5 or $6 grand on the AC unit. Replaced the AC unit, putting the new AC type compressor, so it's easier to refill. And probably blows colder than the old compressor. The lights, the gauges, everything seems to be operable. The odometer, the speedometer, the tachometer, seems like everything's functional. He has a nice Alpina radio. It works, and it actually has Bluetooth, and it has a iPhone or Android Connect. And that's really the only thing that I would say is an original that I know of, is that radio. But hey, it's works well. Okay, so we've been driving this all day, and this is how the underneath looks. Not a drip, not a leak. Look at your valve covers, look at your timing case. It is dry on this side as well. So the car has been well serviced through the years, and as you can see from the engine and the transmission, I don't see a drip, not even one. Okay, now let's look at the floors. We're starting off with the front, and there's really no rust issues whatsoever. The car didn't come from the East Coast; it came from the Central Coast, and it's been here in California for a majority of its life. So no issues whatsoever here. Never been undercoated. It all looks just original in the way it should. Your tires are in great shape. They don't have any or much sign of wear or anything. Same on your driver's side. Wheel wells look great. This is how it is supposed to be originally. No rust in these areas, and the floors are very solid. Same with the other side. Okay, here are the records that I have. Now, these are some of the records, but it was the same mechanic. This BW is German. This guy used to do all the services for this car for the last 30 years. So everything that was ever done to it, he did it, and he did quite a bit of it. Not all the time did the guy save the records. This is just what was left in the glove box and what he had. So I actually have the guy's number, the mechanic, and he's more than happy to talk to the new owner and tell him everything that was done to it in the past. And maybe after this, I'll call him and I'll actually ask him for you guys. So let's go through first thing. We got 2 keys here. This is when the guy who I bought the car from in 1997, I think he bought this car sometime in the 90s, and here is the old receipt. He paid $23,000 for it back then. So that's the old receipt for it. He has miscellaneous receipts here for oil changes and whatnot. You have a maintenance book. These were all, you know, Porsche books. Porsche paperwork, your Porsche, where it kept all your books in there. Here is actually full of things, which is quite cool. So that's the original owner. That's when it was bought, and the data card. And then if you go down here, you actually have a lot of service records. So service records here as well. And it looks like they did it extensively through the years. This is from the original owner. So the original owner did his services here, and then this other guy who bought it in Los Gatos did these things here. And we could go through them slowly. So I mean, through the years, they fixed oil leaks and AC things. And you guys can always pause the video and go through. There's a lot of receipts here for a few thousand. This mechanic was very old school, so everything he did on paper. Okay, we'll make this as quick as possible. Here's my paint meter. So we'll go right there and start the examination. So 4.8, 4.3, 4.6, 3.3, 3.6, 4.8, 4.4, 3.9, 3.8, 4.4, 4.3, 3.7, 6, 4, 5, oops, 5.3, 5.8. Let's go on this side. 4.5, 4.3, 4.0, 3.6, 3.7, 4.6, 4.3, 4, 4.9, 4.4, 4.5, 5, 4, 6, and 3.